You! Get out of your comfort zone! Fast! Do you feel comfortable?
Absolutely.
Like, great. That's the correct moment to start building yourself up. Because if you do not push yourself hard enough, you can't get great results. Have you heard something like this? Please, who did? Raise your hands. Something like getting out of comfort zone is cool and stuff. Yeah. So I always was the one who believed in these ideas. And I was thinking, each time when I push myself hard, I get kind of a little break of achievements. For example, Asya, can you please work in a school newspaper? Challenge accepted. A small break. Or, Asya, do you want to go to belly dancing classes? I was completely ashamed of my body, but I said, challenge accepted. 2 more breaks for me. That idea of accepting the challenges helped me to get a lot of different experiences. Strictly speaking, I cannot say that I actually did achieve great results in any of the fields that started this way. But I thought to myself, okay, that's cool. I'm getting those great experiences. I'm building a huge column of achievements. So I was doing a lot of really different things, building this column up and up and up. And then one day I understood that the column is high. But did I actually achieve a lot? I was feeling that I was running on one spot and understood that I was completely missing something. There is a guy, he is this huge, that huge, you just cannot imagine that. And he's incredibly kind. He has got 2 kids. One of his kids, unfortunately, she has got childhood schizophrenia, which is a mental illness. You might know that it is really hard to find a good school for a child that has got mental illness because nobody actually wants to deal with this kind of kid. So it was really hard for this guy, a friend of mine. One day he said, I want my kid to have a really good life. And so he said to his wife, we are moving to Israel. They sold their car, they rented out their apartment, quit their jobs, and in 2 months they were there. A lot of people said, that guy is crazy or what? He has got normal life here. Why is he doing this? But I thought, wow, that deserves like several breaks in his column of achievements. This is really cool. And then several months after they moved there, I was on a trip in Israel. And of course I wanted to visit the guy. So I went to visit him. And his life was hard. Really hard. Because he knew little Hebrew. Little. His wife couldn't find a job. He had a job but in Russia. So it was very difficult. But when I looked at him, he was really happy because his daughter, she was happy. She really liked the school she was going to there. And I asked him, Lyosh, do you actually feel those bricks in your column of achievements? You have achieved a lot, your daughter is happy. He looked at me with completely blank eyes. And he just said, what? And continued speaking about the school and daughter's classmates, etc. So I thought, wow, that's a cool guy. Some more bricks for him. And imagine my surprise then that half a year later, I meet this guy in Moscow. And I was completely confused. I asked him what happened. And he said, you know what? The school system in Israel, it is shitty. So we decided to move to the United States. In 1 month, I found a job in the United States. but the employer couldn't do the documents right. So we had no other thing to do but to move back to Moscow. And imagine what happened. The guys that were renting their apartment, they stole all the furniture and sold it. Was the guy devastated? No. Why? Because he has learned a lot during this hard year in Israel. He made it here really well. He found a new job. He actually found a really good school for his daughter with inclusive education. I looked at him. I was proud for knowing him, and I was jealous because his column of achievements in my mind, it was huge, immense. But he didn't fill this column somehow. And that was the moment when I understood the thing that I was missing, building that thing. There's no use. It's really funny to give yourself some small bricks. But what to do with them? What to do with them next? So I decided, no bricks for me. I need to know where I want to go, and I need to get there. But the funny thing that happened is that, for example, now I'm standing here. I feel confident. I know that I have achieved a lot during the last 2 or 3 years. Do I say column? No. Is it high? I don't know. But those bricks, I did get them. And I did use them. I used them to get here. They were a kind of means of transport for me. And personally, I think that this is the correct way to use them. Get experience, build a way to get where you want to get. And this is the way you should do to really get to your dreams, to really achieve something.